Gone in 60 seconds.
Kim Evans.
Amy Curd. And this is Kojak.
Okay, where's Kojak from?
He came from Hairless Bulls, Gari Ferrari in Scotland.
I done steal him, though.
No, we didn't
No,
steal
sir.
him.
We were first introduced, though, to Gary Jenkins with Berg Bulls.
Yes.
And then that changed to Gary Hemmings. And then from Gary Hemmings, he started going by Gary Ferrari, Hairless Bulls. We're kind of confused.
So who y'all dealing with right now?
AKA Gary Ferrari right now.
Okay, is there any particular reason why he has such a name?
I guess past criminal record, affiliation maybe with some gangs. We really don't know. You know, it started out as Gary Jenkins on the first contract he wrote in 2022 in March. It said Gary Jenkins with Berg Bulls, Paul Robertson of Braveheart, Kim Evans, and Polesty Thompson.
I wasn't even on the contract at the beginning.
Why not?
I was brought in later. I was asked by the original person that was on the contract. She decided that she didn't want to do the hairless at that time. And so she had me, kind of hooked me and Kim up. And because she knew I wanted to get involved in the hairless Bulldogs or Frenchies. And so that was how we went in, and Kojak was our first purchase from Gary.
Okay, so recently I've just seen some allegations about you guys stealing some dogs from him. Is that true?
No.
No, sir.
Why would he make so many allegations about you guys stealing dogs from him? How long have y'all been doing business with him?
Since March of 2022, and this just started. Mainly, we're done. We're not investing any more money. He's changed everything from full. This dog was full rights. Now he's a co-own. We don't. They never put any contracts in place. The only contract we have is with Berg Bulls and Braveheart, and it was never signed by either party in Scotland. They just sent a blank contract.
And then we signed it and sent it back. And they never sent us our signed copy. And then 2 weeks ago, he decided he wanted to change the terms of that original contract.
Any particular reason why you feel like he wants to do that?
He sent Kojak, and he had told us that Kojak was a triple carrier. He was supposed to carry blue chocolate AT. And he was supposed to be a fourth generation.
Yes.
French Bulldog. And this is Kojak.
How long have you guys been in business, in the dog business?
I am going on to my 27th year.
42 this year.
And have anything like this ever happened?
Absolutely not.
No.
So what's the motive that you guys believe that the reason why he's doing this?
Extortion, more money.
Yeah. He knew we had told him the ATM was cut off. We were not investing any more money. He kept asking for us to pay to have multiple dogs shipped from China to him. And we did ship.
We did. We sent money.
We sent money to
Charlie
in
China
for him. And we paid shipping on a couple of dogs, and he asked for a couple more dogs to be shipped over. Velvet Big Ropes. We refused. And he was extremely upset.
And what do you want to say to him right now? As far as everything that's going on.
I don't even, I'm at a loss. I mean, it's just horrible.
I want you to tell me that this being the initial dog that you sent me, he knew he was not worth what we
No,
paid for him.
not
And
for the quality of this dog. 160,000 US dollars is what he wants for him, and that we've already spent around 188,000 money wired not to him. He can't receive money. It was strange. We had to send money to a lady named Haley Paul. All monies went to Haley Paul. But I sent an English over last year, also in around October, and he sent a big rope over, and we were supposed to exchange. I would breed their big rope here, he would breed my English there. And then in January, somebody messaged me and said that a man in the UK had my English, and I said, yeah, I'm aware of that. They told me that Lynn's husband's cousin in the UK had my English, and they were going to promote him because they had more clientele, and they were in the UK. They said, we don't know how to promote him here in Scotland. So I said, that's okay, let them promote him. Well, then when they called me back, they said, no, he's been sold. They put him on a site called Gumtree. That's the same as Craigslist here, and they sold him for 6,000 euros 3 or 4 days before Christmas, and said they needed Christmas money, that they were broke. And so these people thought it was a scam, and it was not even, couldn't even believe it. And then they went from the UK to Scotland to Lynn's house that has his partner, and the dog was there. And so they gave her the money, not Gary. They gave Lynn cash for the dog. And this man, they lied to him and said they had papers and they had DNA on him. Well, after a lot of people saw it was my dog that he had and he was posting him up, he messaged me on Facebook and said, is this your dog? I said, yes, it is. And I tried to buy him back, but he said no. Well, then I messaged Haley Paul. She's the one that sold it I guess, on the site. She said, I'll get your dog back. I promise. I'm sorry what we did. I'll get him back. And I said, okay, if you get him back, I'll pay you. If you don't have the money, it's no problem. Well, one day I was going to meet her in Gainesville, and everything was starting to hit the fan. I noticed on my Facebook, all these messages were deleted. 27 messages deleted in a matter of minutes, and then I was blocked. It was the Haley, aka Honey French, on Facebook, deleted all those messages and blocked me. Then she went to Instagram and called me and said, I'm sorry, I had to delete all those messages because I don't want to have a problem with Lynn and Gary, because I told you I was sorry and I would get him back. And then everything is just snowballed in the last couple of weeks, and I can't get my mail back. This man is innocent. The dog was for sale. He bought him. I mean, I can't be mean to him.
Haley asked me, I found out that she was asking me for English papers, for me to send her AKC registered English papers for a 2-year-old male, which I refused to send because she wanted to hang them on the dog that they took from Kim.
Yes. They didn't want me to know. They were going to hang some papers. They were trying to find papers when you have his partner, Lynn, that has around, I don't know, 50 or 75 English. Why didn't she do any papers? But I didn't ask. I was just real upset that my dog was sold. I mean, he was a valuable asset to keep in the program.